That's not what that's not what historicity proves. Are you taking into
What
account?
do you mean that's
Okay,
not?
wait. Okay, wait. I'm back. I'm back.
So
Sorry. What? Oh my God. What might I
This
call
is
you?
Dean.
Is your name
This is
This
Dean.
is
Dean?
Dean.
It says the word
Dean.
historicity.
Okay. So Dean, you disagree with me that David Ben Gurion, the very first prime minister of Israel, was one of the founding fathers of
Yeah,
Israel?
yeah. How do you, I guess we need to? I guess we need to come with a Berlioz definition of what founding means to us.
Yeah, one of the initial people who aided in the creation of the state of Israel.
Okay, he would be one of many, starting all the way back to 1896.
Okay, hey, listen, don't talk to us about Theodore Herzl. We already agree, but Theodore Herzl was already dead when Israel was created. Theodore Herzl died in like the late 1800s. David Ben Gurion was one of the initial founders, right?
Now
So
that
I think you agree with us, Ivan or Dean.
he was one of. Thank you for.
Yes,
That's what she
we said that
said.
from the
She said
beginning.
one of.
No, you
He said
kept
what, and
saying he was a founder.
he was one of the main founding fathers of Israel, including Zev Jabotinsky, including David Ben Gurion, including Nahum Goldman. I named them. I
So
mean,
we're on the same
the
page.
people who were responsible for the development of their state. These are the people who I call founding fathers. But that's okay. Can we just go back to your friend Ivan, because we disagree with him?
Yes.
I'm the one that
Okay.
agreed with you about Ben Gurion,
Yeah, but you.
Yeah, but you
but
disagreed
I
with
may be
me.
wrong. But go on.
But no, you're right. You're right. But you disagreed with me by saying that the Palestinians were the ones who started the fight. And I asked you, what would you need to see in order to believe that the Israelis were the one who started this war and the entire conflict? So that's when I brought up David Ben Gurion, and where he admits that they were the ones who started this back in 1948. He
Well,
admitted.
that would mean a lot, you know.
Okay, so unfortunately, I'm at work, so I can't pull it up on my laptop. But I'm pretty sure a money could. I'm gonna give you the name of a book. It's called The Jewish Paradox. It was written by Nahum Goldman, one of the other founding fathers.
One of us will
Inside
buy
of
it.
this, yeah. So inside of this book, Nahum Goldman quotes David Ben Gurion saying, "Initially, we are the aggressors, and they defend themselves." And then he says that the country is theirs because they inhabit it, whereas we want to come here and settle down. So he's admitting that, number one, Israelis and the Zionist movement are the aggressors because their goal is to create a state on top of their
What?
already existing state. So do you agree that that would be something that is proof that they started the war?
I'm not worried about
Assalamu
it.
alaikum.
Limelight, the book is called The Jewish Paradox. It was written by Nahum Goldman. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
I know
Barakallah.
Arabs were in there for like 2,000 years, right?
Yeah,
Arabs
that's
have been there a
correct.
long time,
They have, yeah.
and I know the Jews
you
left
know,
there. They were there, but they left. I'm
Yeah,
aware of that. So
yeah.
that's Dean's big issue. He says their claim would be a lot stronger if they hadn't left. Is that not what you say, Dean?
Had they not left, well,
But they didn't.
when they went into Masada, had they gone back into Israel, the Romans were very weak at that time. Had they gone back into Israel and stayed, then they would have had more of a claim to the state of Israel. But they left. They
Yeah,
left. They went bye bye,
yeah,
and they scattered out among the Gorians, the Gentiles. And the book of the Old Testament says, when you're a stranger in another land, you are to blend in and be a the Hebrew word is zelahim. You are to be very quiet, subtle, and just blend in. And then all of a sudden you decide you want to go back. That's the
hmm,
problem I have. Why do you want to go back? You don't have a temple. You don't know what tribe you're from, so you can't have a high priest. You don't know who's a Levite. So why the hell would you even want to go back? What are you going back for other than some political nuisance to piss everybody off?
Yeah, but they
yeah.
needed a place because of the Holocaust.
Oh,
That's the
bullshit.
Okay,
problem.
Bullshit.
wait. Oh, this is great. This is great. Hang on. Ivan, Dean is right, right? First of all, you're trying to be sympathetic because they went through something atrocious.
That's
That's not a
right.
problem. I agree with you that you should be sympathetic to people who went through something
I
so
feel real
horrific.
bad for them. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But the thing is, the
True.
response
Yes.
that yeah, you should feel very bad for them. That's a very horrific thing that they went
Still
through.
has nothing to do
But
with Palestine.
yeah, yeah. So the thing is, you have to understand that the Palestinians in the early 1900s, 1911 was one of the first times that they proposed this. They said, we have no problem with the Jewish people coming and living alongside with us as equals.
Correct.
And the Zionists said, no, we don't want to live there as equals. We want a Jewish state, right?
Wait a minute.
So they
They
wanted
didn't.
to go to.
I disagree with you there. Not as
We,
early as 1911. They wouldn't you say that was more around the 32, 33 when they finally decided they didn't want to join
oh,
equality with them?
you're right, but you're right that they made it extra clear by the
Yes.
1930s.
You're
Yes.
But
very
what I'm
clever,
saying,
Dean.
Well,
yeah, yeah, they
I've
did make
studied
it.
this for 40 years. I've been over there many
Yeah,
times.
yeah, but Ivan, or sorry, Dean, what I'm citing to you is even before the Balfour Declaration. So
Yep.
even before the British got involved, the Palestinian leaders, people like Rafiq al-Azim, were writing in favor of Jewish immigration because of the hostilities that they were facing. So they were writing in favor of it.
Can you
And
prove that?
yeah,
Are you
sure.
saying they were writing as early as 1911 on it?
Who was writing?
Yes. Palestinians. So for okay, there's two people that I usually cite for this. One of them
Palestinians are
is
very compassionate people.
Well, hang on. I
they
want to
are
pull it
they
up.
are yeah. So one of the people that I mention is a man named Isa al-Isa. He's a Christian, and he was a founder of a newspaper called the Palestine newspaper.
I'm familiar
And
with that.
yeah, in 1911, he wrote a segment within his newspaper saying that the Zionists want to colonize us. However, we don't have an issue with them coming here as immigrants to be a part of our society. Then the second person I cite is a man named Rafiq al-Hazim. He said something very similar. He said the Zionists, they want to develop a state here, or sorry, they want to develop a state inside of Palestine. We are not okay with that. However, if they want to come and live here alongside us as what do you call it, as Ottoman subjects was the word that they used, because obviously they were under the Ottoman Empire, we would have no issue with that. They were actually saying that the Jewish people could be highly beneficial to the Palestinian society. Can you believe that? They
I'm
they were
on.
so they were
Can I
so
ask
in
you
favor
something?
of them. Yeah.
You're so well spoken. You're so nice. I just want to say that. But
Thank
you
you.
like, instead of just saying, "Well, you're a Zionist" and all that, you're willing to sit and reason with me, and
Yeah.
I am willing to reason. Me and Dean argue about this, and he
Yeah.
teaches me a lot. So I've got
Well,
an
the thing
open
is,
mind.
yeah, the thing is, I can tell like a lot of the time, and I'm not gonna lie, I know you're probably a bit older than me, but like a lot of the time, especially in the older generations, they are very sympathetic to Jewish people because of what they went through. And we say, yes, you should be sympathetic to Jewish people because of what they went through. However, the justification is not to say Palestinians should be experiencing these conditions at the hand of Jewish people, right?
We don't want the Palestinians to suffer. We hate
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's our biggest issue. Now, the issue the
I don't
problem.
like the idea of them suffering.
You've never said that.
No, I haven't really said it much, but I've said it here and there.
I'm dead. Well, so, hey, it counts now. So we appreciate you for at least recognizing it. Like, if I were to show you some of the pictures coming out of Gaza, you would probably like cry. I mean, I've cried. I'm sure everybody on the panel has cried seeing the images. Like we've seen pictures of Palestinian babies literally hanging from rooftops
We don't like that.
because they were exploded by Israelis. We've seen images. This was just last week inside of the West Bank,
No
not even
matter
inside
what,
of Gaza.
no matter what you think of Hamas, can we all agree these children are totally innocent, 100%?
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Did you say in the West Bank this happened?
yeah. So yeah, in the West Bank, this was just last week. You can search it up. It was a 7-month-old baby that was shot while he was sitting in his mom's lap on their way, in the car. You can search it up. It's actually a very sad story because people were recording like the family's reaction. She was holding him in her lap, and then she jumps out of the car because her baby got shot and killed. And this was something that was done by an Israeli sniper, and it's very, very sad because why did they have to shoot a 7-month-old? What threat does a 7-month-old pose? And sadly enough, this actually happened. What was it? 4 years ago, with another 2-year-old baby boy named Muhammad Al-Tamimi. He was shot again. He was driving in the car with his father, and they shot him in the back of the head in his car seat while they were driving. Yeah. So like, all I'm saying is, I've been like,
over there.
He's asking
yes,
if
I
you've
have.
been there.
I have been there. I'm from Nazareth.
Have you ever had to sit in line to get into the West Bank?
I have, yeah. It's a little bit easier for me because I have a foreign passport, but it still is difficult. Like, for example, my brother, there was this one time where my sister, she was only like 13. They questioned her alone, right? We were, again, I have a foreign passport. There's no reason why they should be treating us like this. Our names aren't necessarily, like, you can't actually tell that my family is like, what do you call it? Like, based off of our names, you wouldn't be able to tell what the heck we are. But they knew because my family's last name is a prominent Palestinian last name. So, anyways, they came and they took my sister and they put her inside of a room and they questioned her for hours alone without my parents. Yeah,
Was it
and
males or
she was
females
13.
who questioned her?
It was males.
Well,
She
that's
was
not good.
Yeah, and she was only 13. So the fact that they would take her, this was a long time ago. This was like 10 years ago. But the fact that they would take her away from my parents and question her alone is indicative of what they are. They just want to make us feel uncomfortable. But yeah.
One second. Hassan, are you in Gaza?
السلام عليكم.
هلا فيك هلا فيك حسن، انت من وين؟
أنا من سوريا يا أختي.
من
Where are you
سوريا.
from,
الله يكون
Hassan?
بعونك يا رب. انت جاي هون لدعم؟
نعم أدور مساعد الله يبارك فيك.
اوكي ماشي.
طيب
Okay.
طيب، ان شاء الله هون بتلاقي دعم ان شاء الله. احنا بنحكي للناس. Yeah, الله يكون بعونك يا رب. Guys, Hassan says he's from Syria. He's just looking for any kind of support if you guys can help him.
At least he was honest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I'm leaving him. Oh,
W shimmy.
W shimmy.
don't
Can
be
I
freaking
chime in
shimmy,
really
bro.
quickly?
Yeah, please, Ronnie.
Yeah. I'm just gonna be really quick because Ivan, when you came up earlier, other
W
Ronnie.
Ronnie.
There's two of us on the panel. So when Ivan, when you came up onto the panel and you said that you don't support about what happened on October 7th, and you insinuated that the Palestinians were the ones who started it, I felt like you look at this conflict in stages. You mentioned the intifadas and other instances, and it seems like you believe that it's the Palestinians that tend to start all of the, I guess, times of war or times of armed conflict. But what if
That's
I
a very
told
perceptive
you?
comment to say that I look at it in stages because I remember major news events.
Yeah,
And I don't know the continuous history. That's true. So that's very, very clever of you to say that. And it's a very perceptive comment.
Yeah, and when you said, the Palestinians started October 7th, what if I told you that it was retaliation for years of brutal attacks against them, but the Israelis actually bombed Gaza for 4 days in a row, 2 weeks before October 7th?
I would say that everything's in retaliation to something else, and that's no excuse. There's no excuse for murder, right?
But the Israelis initiated the conflict by bombing Gaza 2 weeks before October 7th.
BOMBED'd them 2 weeks earlier, well, that's horrible. They shouldn't have done that.
Can I speak? Put aside for the moment who started what, who bombed first. The moment that the Zionists came into that land, the very first thing they began to do is colonize, and they had one goal in mind, and that was to colonize the entire area. Would y'all agree with that?
We would absolutely agree.
Yeah.
Like that was so
Yeah.
well said.
110%.
That was so well said.
110%.
The thing is, and I think this is
One of them admitted
What
to
Dean
some
isn't.
extent to take the whole thing.
Yeah, I think the thing that Dean is like not necessarily maybe aware of yet is that point, the fact that the Zionists came into that region and wanted to take from people their land, and they wanted
He
to kick
knows
them
all this.
out.
He knows it. He's
Yeah,
aware.
yeah.
Dean has been
That's what
there.
I'm saying.
He has
He
studied
studied
all.
it. Yeah, he studied it. You can tell that he studied it. And like this is all that we're saying. Anybody who studies this conflict would never stand with Israel because there's no scenario where you could read the things that number one the Zionists said when they were colonizing Palestine, the things that the Zionists did when they were colonizing Palestine, and say yes, I'm going to support them. And the thing is, like, if this was a situation where they were actually successful and they actually did kill all of us and they actually, got the
I'm on
land
it.
without the Palestinians there anymore, you could maybe make an argument to like, okay, well, there's no one to give the land back. But the thing is, there's still Palestinians. We're all still here. We're all still fighting for our land. And we can't just sit here and be like, oh well, they need to just get over it.
Hey,
How can we get over it?
I got a question based on what you just said. You said we're all
Yeah.
still here. I see all those pictures of where that area in Gaza has been flattened. It looks like it's been laid waste.
Yeah, that's what Israel did.
What happened to all the people? Where are they?
I'll tell you where they are. They're all living in tents. You can search it up. This is something that we talk about a lot. All the Palestinian Gazans. Okay, first of all, I'll say it like this: Israel managed to destroy 80% of Gaza. Gaza's tiny. I think what is it? The size of like is it New Jersey
It's the
or
length
something?
of a marathon.
It's about the size of Washington D.C., but
It's
they
about
1/3 longer than Manhattan and about a mile.
there you
so
go.
Salim, they
It's a
actually
very
they destroyed 90% and they've
90.
occupied 80% of the land now.
Yeah. Yeah. So just to be clear, since
85 and 92% of it.
yeah, yeah. So wait, just for Dean, because Dean, they since October 7th have destroyed, or not Dean, sorry, Ivan, they destroyed 80% of Gaza. Okay, so that means people's homes,
I'm
hospitals,
amazed there's 20%
schools.
left.
Yeah, so yeah, less than 20% is left. So all those people that their houses are now destroyed are living in tents. I mean, Muhammad's in a tent, right? Imani?
I think so.
So
We have Gazans that come up here every single day that are living inside of tents in the blazing heat. They don't have access to water. They don't have access to toiletries. They don't have access to basic living. So what Israel did after October 7th was to try to make Gaza uninhabitable, and they were successful. They did make it
I don't know
uninhabitable.
if you heard this, but see, I'm a Trump supporter. Now, Dean is not a Trump supporter.
Right. These friends are so weird.
You guys
But
are
anyway,
funny.
Trump was saying the other day that the Israelis need to stop doing that shit with the
Yeah. Dean. W freaking Dean, bro.
I want to take
Anyway,
Dean out for a drink.
Trump was saying they need to stop blowing up the buildings. That they like if there's one person in a building they don't like, they blow up the entire building.
That's right. That's exactly what they do. And the
And they need to
reality
stop
is,
that shit.
yeah, Ivan, the reality is they don't have the right to bomb any buildings, right? The reality is they stole that land illegally. The only solution is for them to give it back to the Palestinians, right? But instead they say, oh, well, you Palestinians, you don't deserve to have a state, so we're going to keep on bombing you. Well, why
By the
don't we
way,
deserve to have a state?
that's not how Americans conduct war. Hey, have
Yeah,
you heard?
it's illegal.
Have you heard of the Battle of Fallujah?
Oh my God, stop it. I got a question.
Wait a second. No, wait a second.
Wait, no, wait.
That was adorable.
Hey,
When
before
we
you
were
ask another question, I don't know if Ronnie wanted to speak.
How
Oh
many
yeah, let Ronnie cook.
Yeah.
Ronnie, did you
No.
want to speak? No, not that Ronnie, the bottom Ronnie.
one quick question. How many Gazans are in South Lebanon now?
Oh, in South Lebanon, actually, there's not a lot of people that went to South Lebanon from Gaza, but there's a lot of like Palestinian refugees from 1948 that live inside of South Lebanon. Yeah.
Well, wait a sec. I want to say my point. Americans actually go hand to hand, and we fight door to door. And I think that the Israelis were gutless the way they did it, blowing up buildings and stuff.
Why
It
do you
seems like,
support them then, Ivan?
Well, I feel bad because it seems like the Palestinians attacked on October 7th, but I don't like the gutless way they did the
Are
war.
you kidding me? We blew
So
a whole damn school up in Iran.
This is so
That was
funny.
that was just a
I love
mistake.
y'all.
way,
These people are
the
funny,
way he was
bro.
looking at
That's
him.
going
Like,
on.
Don't
I,
give me your
We blew it up by mistake,
Hold Syria
okay?
at.
wait,
All right. Can
Ivan, you
Bottom
said,
Ronnie get in after y'all
oh
done? Go ahead.
yeah, just really quickly, Ivan, you said that America blew it up by mistake. Do you know who told them to blow it up?
Who?
Israel, and Trump even came out and said we were given bad intelligence from Israel.
Well, that's
I,
terrible.
yeah, so like you should
We
really
shouldn't
be
take their
careful who you're
intelligence.
supporting, dude. You should really be careful because even Trump is starting to be sick and
But
tired
that
of
is not
Israel.
our way to attack
It,
civilian targets. That's
I
illegal.
mean that can be a different conversation. It is illegal. I mean, I believe that America
Civilian
has
targeting
their
is
fair share
illegal.
of yeah. I believe that America has their fair share of like doing illegal actions.
Hold it.
This asshole has an IDF sticker on his car.
No, you
No,
don't.
What
Take it
the
off,
fuck?
Dean.
Ivan,
Rip it off.
Ivan!
Yes.
Ivan.
Dean, you
Wait,
gotta
I
why
rip it
might
you?
take
up.
it off though.
You
I'm
gotta
I
rip it
serious.
said
off.
this
You guys are
asshole.
talking me into it.
Ivan, can you please go to your car right now and take it off for everybody watching? You have 78 people. We'll literally clap for you.
Fine, I'll do it. Fuck them.
Oh,
Oh my god.
They
Yes.
did their
W
war without
Ivan.
honor.
W Ivan.
What?
Oh my god, Dean.
wait, this is
Honestly, you have
funny.
you have such a good friend, Ivan. Dean is a well versed
Dean's a
guy.
shitty friend. He's a fuckhead.
Nah.
Nah,
He's a
Mm.
he's a
real one. He's a
beautiful
real one.
friend.
What's
Yeah,
on his
we
car?
like
An
him. We like
IDF
Yeah,
him.
they
sticker. He's about to
conducted the
go
war
rip off.
without honor. I don't like that.
Yeah, they don't. You know what I mean? Like they're
Regardless of whether you agree with them, they did it without honor. They
yeah.
didn't fight hand to hand like Americans do.
They
Americans, we don't believe in targeting of civilians. I agree with
yeah,
you.
they
I
killed.
disagree. I disagree with that.
Americans a great country, and we're
I mean,
lovely people.
I mean, maybe he's speaking towards himself that he, as an American, doesn't support it. Maybe let's just leave it at that. But
Wait till the
Are we
sticker.
really gonna,
Anyways,
Dean? Are we
anyways,
really
Celine got
gonna
him going
take off
ripping off the
my
sticker
IDFs?
right now.
Yes, take it off.
yeah, let's
Can we
let's
hear
It's a
from
let's.
the other?
tea
Can we hear from the
organization.
while
Yeah,
you're
let's hear
doing
from the
that?
other
Can we hear from
Ronnie.
the other Ronnie?
Wait a second. Where is it?
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
take it
It's a
off.
big
Take it off.
sticker.
It's massive.
Oh
My
my
God, you
god!
got that thing on with goddamn super glue.
No, I don't.
Oh
Hold
my
on, give
Take
god!
your
it off,
friend the
Dean.
I
camera.
can't. I
Yeah, yeah.
can't.
That's like a decal.
Let Dean record. Let Dean record.
I can't.
Where
This
is
is
Take
it?
it
awesome.
off.
Is it
Take
You
working?
it off.
maybe use like a coin
Well, that's
or
why I
maybe
made
like
the
a
video
card.
about grinding the washing machine.
W freaking Ivan for taking it off.
Dean,
The IDF must have put this
Y'all
glue
need
Did you
to
on.
ever
share this
did
as
you
a
ever hear
The
when
highlight,
we were
IDF
y'all.
must
set
have
with
put this
group called the
glue
Share it
on.
as
Model?
a highlight.
sticker,
Let's
man.
go.
Yes.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, Bottom Ronnie. Could we get Bottom Ronnie in to speak? Hello.
W
Have you
Ronnie.
got a
W Ronnie.
knife in there?
How's everyone?
Good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
Hey, what's up, Ronnie?
Use this.
What is it?
It's just the top off some
I
cream or
asked him
something.
to possess him to put an IDF sticker on his vehicle.
He was
Easy. The
pro-Israel.
Palestinians attacked, and then the Jews attacked without honor back. I don't like how they did their thing. They
Wait,
didn't
but
really
Ivan,
fight the war right.
You know
If
not
they
to
if
Ivan,
they
attack,
they
right?
didn't go hand to hand.
This is
They
W
Ivan,
they
resistance.
blew up
What a
the
great day.
civilians.
And
We
you know what's
the
sadder?
No,
civilians,
they didn't.
exactly.
Hey, let me tell all
get
of
the
you.
rest of the
What's up, D?
sticker off.
Hang on. Let me tell all of you the saddest story about him.
What?
Tell me.
He's a highly extraordinary, educated lawyer.
Wow. Come
Ron,
on,
you
D.
talked
Come
me
on,
into taking the
Ivan.
sticker off. You've
Yeah.
done your good deed for the day, okay?
W Dean for, being such a good friend to him and
Dean's a
like,
little fuckhead, okay?
trying to
Talking me
educate
into
him.
shit.
W
You know what?
Ivan for personal
Ivan,
growth.
Compound.
You can't even
Ivan.
read the Hebrew. At least I can read the Hebrew, you dumbass.
Oh, Yehud.
My days.
What am I gonna do without an IDF sticker on the car now? What the
You know
hell
what?
am I gonna do?
But did we?
You'll probably get less creeps, following you around.
I don't care what
Because the
people
creep.
do. Show the
Yeah,
other
because you know what?
stickers.
You're gonna
Give
attract all the
Ivan
other
big
Here
Israel
it comes.
supporters.
Here it comes.
Oh
Take
my
it,
Oh
gosh!
shit.
Let's
I don't
freaking
know.
go!
Big screen, big screen.
Let's
Can they
freaking
See
see
it?
it?
go!
There it
Oh
is.
my god!
Yes. Now
He
rip
took
it. Now
it
crumple
off.
it.
W
Yeah,
Now
we
rip
did a
it
freaking
little
up.
thank
Rip it
off.
W
up.
Rip it up.
freaking
Here, hold it.
I
I'm gonna
W
rip it up.
W. Ivan, bro.
I'm going to
W.
Palestinian
Freaking
flag.
Ivan.
If it wouldn't be obscene, I'd pee on it.
Oh my
Don't do that.
Oh my God, Dean, you are a G. You are actually a G. W. Freaking Ivan.
They're like day and night, I swear.
They really are. This is proof that you can
Change.
really educate your friends to become more moral.
When I get home, I'm flushing it down the damn toilet.
See, he's
Where it
so good.
belongs. Where it belongs.
I got to get a better class of people as friends. What do you think?
I
No,
know you got
actually-
the best class, bro. You got the best class. You got
real.
Dean.
Well, I'm with Trump said it too. I don't like the way they did the whole thing. They were all dancing and they were behaving badly and they were dancing in circles like little fairies. And then you saw them. They're all like skinny and they've got they're feminine. They danced around and then they did it from like 1,000 yards away. It's not our way. Our way is to confront people directly.
You're right.
It's not the American.
Ivan.
The Americans don't believe in civilian bombing.
Yeah, unless you're a kid in school.
Wait,
That
one
was a
second.
mistake.
Is that the real
Unless you're a
Aziz?
kid in a school.
Is that the real Aziz? Really quickly.
Ivan.
No, that's
Yeah.
not.
Hi, Ivan.
Yeah.
I came up to celebrate, so don't be scared of the sound.
All right. That's the sound they make over there.
Well,
Yeah.
Ivan, really quick, I just wanted to, while we're explaining the depravity of the IOF,
You mean the idea?
Well, I call them the IOF because they're the Israeli occupying force.
Okay.
They're not defensive at all. But my point is that there's multiple videos. It's not just one soldier, but they dedicate videos of them blowing up buildings,
I've seen them.
homes.
They do them
gender
from
reveals.
1,000 yards away or half a mile away.
But what I'm telling you is
I don't like
they do
that.
it for. Well, what I'm telling you, Ivan, is that they do it for gender reveals. They do it for birthday parties. They do it for like wedding celebrations.
Well, that's very
So,
bad.
like,
That's evil.
It is. But what I'm saying is it's not a few bad apples. What I'm saying is that is the military as a whole that it is allowed to happen.
This is not our way in the United States. You may disagree, but we don't agree with that.
No,
Guys,
I
really
believe that you don't
quickly.
agree with that.
I
Oh
want
my God,
Ronnie.
it's not. You're right.
But Aziz, is that the real Aziz?
No, I didn't even look at his shit. Ronnie, it's okay. Can Ronnie finish speaking?
Yeah, I just don't understand because he's like one of the both sides people. Like, I don't know how. Did someone say you studied it, or did someone say he studied it? I don't know.
No, Dean studied it.
No, Dean did.
You're getting
That's
it
why
mixed
Dean's
up.
pro-Palestine.
Well, I just got here. I didn't know who. Yeah, I didn't know.
There are two sides here. There's me and there's him.
No, I mean two sides to the G side. There's just one side to that, right?
I don't know that much about it. I just know I know a little bit.
Why don't you? That's the problem I'm having. Why don't you?
It's very easy
There's a lot
because
of
I'm over here and you're over there. That's why.
A lot of people don't know.
What?
That's not true. You choose to be ignorant about. You've chosen to take a Catholicistic side that most of Americans, particularly Christians, evangelicals, who are pro-Israel, and you have chosen to take their side for some weak reason.
Well, my therapist and my doctor are both Jewish, so I like them.
And Ivan, are you Ivan? What's your religion?
I'm a Christian.
You're a Christian. So okay, so this is perfect.
You know they hate you, right? I'm sorry.
Yeah, right, Ronnie. Where are you from?
States.
But, like, what's your background? Because we have the same name.
Yeah, I know. My other account's Maggie, which that's not my real name. This is my real name. Yeah, it is odd, and it's spelled the same too. That's very odd.
Is your background American, or are you like
Yeah, well,
Arab?
yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind. I think Ronnie was just trying to check if you were also Lebanese Christian.
Yeah.
No, I was named after my father.
We have very nice Lebanese people around here.
Yeah. Ivan, where are you about? I mean, yeah, where are you about? So if you don't mind sharing. You don't have
We're
to.
in South Carolina, in Greenville, South Carolina.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I've been to South Carolina. Some nice people there. Some racist people there. It's kind of a mix. South Carolina. But you said that you're a Christian.
That's right.
Have you ever met a Palestinian Christian before?
No, but my accountant is Lebanese, and he's Catholic.
Okay, so
I
I'm
don't know if that's the
actually
same thing or what, but
well, that's Lebanese, not Palestinian, but that's perfect for me because I'm Lebanese and Palestinian and Catholic. And I can tell you right now, as a Christian, your duty as a Christian in the Bible is in order to follow Jesus' footsteps, you're supposed to defend the oppressed and
we're
stand
supposed to
with.
love people.
We're supposed to love everyone,
That's right, and I do.
but you're also supposed to not condone killing. You're not supposed to condone.
We're not supposed to be in favor of
crimes,
murder.
but you're also supposed to defend the oppressed against the oppressor. So when you see people being oppressed, you're supposed to go out of your
Why
way
is
to help them.
Dean's shaking his head saying that's not true?
In
Dean's
the
an atheist, though.
No, listen.
Oh.
Let me say something here. My atheism has nothing to do with this subject. In this country, everybody is a Christian, but there is an immense difference between being a Christian and being a follower of the teachings of Jesus.
Oh no.
And you
Okay.
don't find that in this country.
Except with me. Go on. Look, I accept what you're saying. These are very good points.
And if you're a follower of Jesus, you're going to accept the stranger. You're going to knock down borders.
No, you're
You're
not.
not going to have nationalism.
We're not going to have too many
because
immigrants.
according to Jesus and the representation of his God, he loved everybody, and it says in Genesis, Brit Zelem Elohim, he created every people from his image as one. Hakad. Y'all are Palestinians. Y'all should know Hakad. One inclusive group of people.
We're not going to have a country without
Yeah, Jesus.
borders.
You know what? Actually, Ivan, Jesus literally said, "There's neither Jew nor Greek, only one in Christ." Right. So,
Well,
like the concept,
no. Paul said that. Paul said that in Galatians
was
chapter
it
3.
Galatians? Yeah. Oh, it was Paul. My bad. But it's in the Bible.
There's
Is
a
my
big
point.
difference between Paul's teachings and Jesus' teachings.
I'm for borders, though. I mean,
You know what? You're
Ivan,
right.
but back to the argument that I was saying. The thing is, as a Christian, you're supposed, if you see your fellow Christians, your brothers and sisters in Christ, being persecuted,
no, we're not supposed to do that to fellow Christians. We're supposed to be nice to everybody.
I understand, but let me
That's
finish.
the parable of the Good Samaritan.
I know, but
you're not supposed to exclude people, even if they're not your fellow Christians.
I'm not. So again, I'm not talking about excluding people. I'm talking about if you see your fellow Christian brothers and sisters being persecuted,
we're supposed to be nice to Muslims, Zoroastrians, everybody.
I know, but what I'm trying to tell you is that right now the Israelis are persecuting Christians and Muslims.
Well,
and they declare themselves to be the Jewish state and the Jewish army.
They say that's their religion.
Ronnie, tell him about the third oldest church that Israel bombed.
So the third oldest Greek Orthodox church is in Gaza, the Church of St. Porphyrius. And that church was bombed by Israel a week and a half into this ongoing genocide on October 17th, 2023.
Our Secretary of State has told them they need to stop all this crap. They defaced the statue of the Virgin Mary last week, didn't they?
They did that several times in Lebanon.
But I understand that.
But you're only looking at a statue. I'm looking at actual human lives. And as Christians, we're supposed to not tolerate it by any means.
We don't want the nuns abused either. I heard about the nuns getting abused. I'm against that.
Wait, did you know that in that same church that Israel bombed, just within the first week of them starting a genocide, they also shot and killed 2 Palestinian Christian women at the same church. They were just walking around.
Was it a mistake?
Nope.
How can you hang on, Ivan?
When they bombed the church, the Greek church, was it a mistake? You know about that, right?
No, it's not.
What was it?
No mistake. The new city
These guys are
mosque is
saying
about maybe a
these
tenth of a
guys are
mile
saying it
away.
wasn't
All
a
the saying
mistake.
is about a half mile.
Ivan, this is the thing. You're a smart person, right? You don't snipe people in the head by accident. That doesn't happen.
I
You
don't
don't
know when
bomb
you start
churches by
when you
accident.
start BLOWING things up, stuff happens.
Yeah, but
They'll
Israel
fog of
has the
war.
best technology. But that's the thing. Israel has the best technology, and they went and they dropped it on the third oldest church
Why would they
in
do that?
Gaza. Third oldest church in the world, right?
I
In
can't believe they
Palestine.
did it intentionally.
Yeah, they did do it intentionally, and it's not just that church. They did it to numerous other churches. They burnt down Al Taiba Church, which is in the West Bank. They do this stuff
Well, they
because they
need to
want to
rebuild them.
terrorize us. Well, but this is the thing, Ivan. How are
I
you
think
gonna?
Bottom Money had a question. Sorry,
Yeah,
Celine.
just one last sentence. How are you supposed to rebuild something that's ancient? This is the third oldest church in the world. This was
I
at the
don't know.
time of you know what I mean. But sorry, go ahead, Ronnie, at the
You
bottom.
just rebuild it.
Oh, and I
Build it with
think
new
actually
material.
Kelsey wanted to expand after too.
Yeah. She'll jump in right in after
Hey,
Ronnie.
Kelsey can go.
You want Kelsey to go first? Go ahead, Kelsey.
Yeah, Ivan, I just wanted to expand on what Celine was talking about when she was talking about the two Christian women being sniped.
And
It
we
was a
don't like
mother and a
that.
daughter. It was a mother and a daughter, and they were going to the restroom, so they
Oh
had
my
to go
God.
down a hallway. And so the mother was hit first, and then when the daughter went to uh, go to the mother, then the daughter was hit. And then they were out in the courtyard, and anybody who tried to retrieve their bodies were also pew-pewed at as well.
Well, that's
So
terrible.
they were not even allowed to retrieve their bodies to have a dignified burial.
Well,
So
that's
that's what we're
horrible.
trying. So what like we're telling you this information
So
to try to
what you're saying
explain.
here, though, is they're going beyond the conventions of even a normal war. Because in
They
normal
always have.
wars, there's an exchange of bodies and prisoners and all kinds of rules. Even
Yes.
war has
Actually,
rules.
what we're saying
Yeah.
is that they're not even trying to conduct a war. They're conducting what's known as a
What's
genocide.
the
They
one
want to
talking? What's
make
her
they.
name?
What's the ones talking?
The one talking.
He
I
wants to know.
I love
I'm.
your voice. God,
Oh my
what's
God!
her
Thank
name?
you.
It's
I'm
Amani
Celine.
right here. Amani.
Man, she's got a
No, that's
great.
not her.
Which
That's
one?
it's
It's
this one here, the
Celine.
host.
She has an incredible
No,
voice.
Celine is the one talking.
Celine.
Celine, yes,
Yeah,
at the
I'm
Celine.
Oh,
bottom.
Celine. I'm
Celine. There you
Celine.
are.
Yeah. Thank you.
There
You
you
know,
are,
that's
Celine.
one of my favorite compliments. I
Yeah,
don't know.
that voice.
I actually hate my voice, so it's funny when people say that.
Why do
Thank
you
you.
hate it? You have a beautiful way of speaking.
Thank you.
You have great diction.
Thank you. I appreciate that actually. Dean,
I,
I'm your biggest fan, by the way.
I'm an
You're a great
American
speaker as well.
Southern. I have the worst voice. I'm Southern.
No,
He
you
said
have
I'm
a great voice.
Southern.
No, you got a great voice, and you use it to say great things. So we really
Thank you.
appreciate it. Honestly, you're really well educated, and I really loved what you said about what Jesus actually teaches.
Right?
That was great.
And
Yeah,
I will
Well,
but
say,
I put
Oh,
that
that
on
was
my
Dean,
hard.
Facebook. I wrote just that on my Facebook. Oh gosh, a few weeks ago, that there's a vast difference between being a Christian and actually following the teachings
And
of
what
Jesus.
happened?
yeah.
I got nailed by all you hypocrite. They just and I didn't respond. I just sat back and read the redneck statements.
Well, listen,
Don't make fun of
you got
rednecks.
all our support. You got all our support. Honestly,
Rednecks have
you.
rights
Dean,
too.
Can you do me a favor? Can you run for president? Because I have more faith in you.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Well,
But
I tell you one thing. The first thing I would do is have free health care in this psychotic country.
Period.
I know
heck
that's
yeah,
right.
We
yeah,
don't have health care, but that's why we have such a great military.
yeah. Yeah, I guess you could say that, Ivan. Ivan, if you look at the picture that I have up, these are the two Palestinian Christian women that were sniped in the
I
head,
don't
by the
see them.
way. Yeah, so first the daughter went out, she was sniped inside of the courtyard, then her elderly grandmother went after her and they
Well,
sniped her
this is
as well.
horrible.
Yeah.
These are poor
And
victims.
but that's the thing, like Israel always tells us, oh, it was an accident, oh, it was an accident. How do you accidentally snipe two elderly? I mean, they're
I
redheads for
don't.
God's sake.
I don't
How do
see how you do it.
they're so easily spot? You can tell that they're not terrorists. She's tiny. So all we're saying is that you should probably look into how, like, what Israel's actually trying to do and not believe them for their word, because it's very clear that their word is not trustworthy.
I pew pew all the time, so I know you can't accidentally do it.
It's impossible, and they do it all the time.
I got pew pews in the car right now. We've been sitting here in the park showing each other the pew pews. What?
I'm going to straight
Yeah,
line.
don't talk about that.
Don't.
We love TikTok Shop.
Don't do that.
What?
Don't do that.
All right.
That's nobody's business.
It
For
is now.
Gentiles,
It's
for
also not allowed to
Jews,
be
do
talked
not
about on
go in
TikTok, so
straight
just be
line.
careful.
We're not trying to get your algorithm screwed up or
Yeah, it's
problems.
all good. Wait, but Ivan, you said you handled like pew pews before, so you know that it's like not easy to do a headshot, right?
Yeah, it's not easy, but
Yeah,
actually it's not that
but
hard
I
though,
can.
too.
But that's the thing. Like you have to aim for it. You don't. What are the odds that you would just shoot and it
You have to know
accidentally
what you're
misses?
doing. So
You have to know what you're
you have to
doing.
be experienced to do it,
Exactly. I
which I
mean,
am.
I've never held a
Go in
weapon,
straight
but
line.
even in Call of Duty, which is a game that I play, I know that it's hard.
I can't
So
show them my
it
people
it,
yet.
it,
No,
take, it
no.
takes it takes precise action. So when Israelis are telling you, "Oh, sorry, we keep accidentally sniping these little children, these elderly women, these people while they're walking and while they're driving," it's not something that it's easily believed, right?
We're
And
we're
recently,
literally down. We're down here at the airport on Fourth
Mhm.
of July. We've been holding the pew pews and showing. There's
Uh,
no one else.
I have a
What?
question. I
Yeah.
have a question. Enough about all that junk. You're gonna get us in trouble, man. Shut up. Not
we
everybody.
love
You
Dean.
know,
We
Not
love
the
everybody
Dean.
is an attorney. Be quiet. All right.
We love
So
Dean.
I got a question.
Let's hear it.
Well, speak,
Well, hang on. I'm
jackass.
trying to put it together. Okay. So based on based on my reading, and when I was last time I was over there, I was told this. So when the Jewish settler, when the Jewish people left, became Ashkenazi, European, and all that, some stayed. Does anyone know how many Jewish people stayed and worked and farmed and got along with the Palestinians for 1,800 years?
They there was a very small minority of them, and yeah, they were a very active members of our society. My friend's grandmother was a Jewish woman, and yeah,
She
she was
stayed.
Palestinian, just like anybody else.
And where?
We
She was
there was,
Palestinian.
I would
Where
say,
was she?
about
Israel.
Where in Israel?
well, she was actually not from Israel. She was from a village inside the West Bank
No
called
kidding.
wait, Bet Sahur is where she was from. That
That's
was my
all.
friend's Jewish grandmother, by the way.
Okay. Does
Yeah.
anybody on here? Does anybody on here? If you study that history, do you
Mhm.
know how many Jewish people were there?
So in the
So
late
Go
1800s, it was
now.
about 12,000 Jewish people and about 350,000 Palestinians
Okay.
that were not Jewish.
I've never found the number. Okay.
yeah,
I'm the first out. Yeah, I'm
there's
curious about that. But
census.
So my
Yeah,
point
there's
in
a
asking that is this. So there is history that they can get along and work together,
yep. Yeah, exactly.
and
Well, you
that's
know
what.
what's
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was gonna say, well, you know what's funny is like a lot of their leaders and founding fathers wrote about this. They wrote about the fact that Palestinians were not anti-Semitic, that Jewish people were able to find refuge inside of Palestine along with the Palestinian people, and they talk about it so much to the point where Zev Jabotinsky wrote a document. It's called the Iron Wall, and
Hmm.
he said in it, he wrote inside that document. He said that the Palestinians don't have an issue with us coming here, but we don't want to just come here. We want a state. We want a Jewish state. And how do you get a Jewish state in a region that is not mostly Jewish? You have to kick
Right.
them out. And that's what he said, you know?
Well, that
Yeah.
goes back to my point. Why would they even want to go back home? They didn't have a temple. They didn't know what tribe they're from, so they couldn't get a high
hmm
priest out of the tribe of Levi.
hmm
So what's your point in going back home, as you call it, going
God
back
does not
home?
want them to have a temple. I believe that.
Well, that's a eschatological theological question.
That's why they're not allowed to have one.
So I want to say thank you guys
Mm-hmm.
for allowing me to speak.
No,
And
we thank you.
y'all are great people. And you were able to get that sticker off his car.
Y'all are responsible for the defacement of my vehicle by removing that goddamn sticker.
No, you defaced your
yeah.
vehicle with that sticker. We helped you
Yes.
clean it.
Did you hear what he
We
said?
saved you.
I'm not listening to him.
And yeah, you did it when you put that stupid thing on there. And he called me up and said, it came in the mail. I'm putting it on my car. And I'm like, please don't do it. And he did. So thank you guys. I'm going to turn you back over to Ivan.
I'm going to leave now. It's,
Okay.
we came down here. I came down here because my dog gets scared by the fireworks. So I come down to the airport because they don't allow fireworks at the airport because there's, you can't have, they'll think it's teism or something.
Yeah.
Because of 9/11.
You know what? Yeah, Ivan, next time, you know how your dog gets scared of the fireworks?
Yeah.
My niece is very similar. She gets scared of the fireworks and thunder and things like that. I want you to think about all the Palestinians in Gaza.
I'm sure they're scared.
All they hear is bombs 24/7. That's all they hear.
I feel bad for
if
them.
we can, if we can get a Palestinian up here, I'll show you what they hear 24/7. This is what we call psychological warfare. They have drones buzzing around their ears 24/7. I'm sure I can get one from the chat. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I just want you to hear. I'm going to tell them to turn on their mic, and I want you to hear the constant sound that they have to go through.
All right. Well, wait. I say goodbye to Dean, so I got to go too.
Well,
Okay.
hang on. Turn it toward me.
All right.
If I run for presidency,
Call us next time because I think they're all fake.
You got our vote. You got our vote.
I have y'all's vote.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah,
you have my vote.
I'm not.
You have my vote.
See you guys.
I'm voting for him.
All right. See you guys.
Bye, Dean. Bye, Ivan.
Take care, guys.
Take care. That was refreshing.
That was really
refreshing.
insightful.
Yeah, I think we did a good job at like handling Ivan when he first came up.
I think you did a really good job.
Period.
Thank you.
He was like,
no, we all did. We all did.
It was so fun. He was like, I want you to talk to Dean. He's pro-Palestinian. And she was like, I don't want to talk to Dean.
I was like, we agree with Dean. If we talk to Dean, we're just going to keep on agreeing, which we did. What a smart guy.
The way Dean looked at, I don't remember what Ivan said, but the way Dean looked at him fried me.
I actually want a recording of that because he literally, there was a point where like Dean like literally turned his head. It was such a meme. It was so funny.
You saw that too?
Yeah.
That's what I'm
like
talking
he was
about.
like he like turned his head and looked at him. It was the funniest thing ever. And I know it's the same
That's what
thing
I'm
that
talking
Kelsey
about.
saw. Yeah, it was the
Yes,
same thing
that's
because
what
he
I'm
said it
talking about.
and I was cracking up.
Oh my god.
So it fried me.
You know,
It was so funny.
I saw Rando's comment. Can I try to flip him on Alexa Flood?
I would have been able to
Oh
do
my
it.
God.
I swear.
Honestly,
I would have
I
been
think that
able
we
to
can.
put an age group sticker on his car next.
Oh my god.
Honestly, I think that we can. Next time that he comes, I think that we can, by the way. I think
so
that it would like if we because he genuinely thinks that like all the stuff that the American media and Israeli media tells us is true. So if we can just prove to him that it's not true, I think he'll probably switch.
His
I
strategy
do
is going to
agree.
be hand-to-hand combat because he was very against like long scale warfare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we just have to point out like the 23 bases that were hit, and it was literally hand to hand.
Yeah. And I
That
think
was a good
also
point.
what I picked up on with Ivan was it sounds like his it sounds like his overall support for Israel, like the state of Israel, comes from maybe some sort of guilt that like the H cost was like allowed to happen or to happen
Yeah.
in general. So I think that's where it comes from. But
Yeah.
I think that he just needs to be coached on like you can like love Jewish people and so on and so forth while also being against an ethno state that's an apartheid committing genocide in the name of Judaism.
Yeah.
You know,
It makes
does
them
that
less
make sense?
safe. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's exactly
exactly.
it. Like his love for Jews and his love for, and his, sorry, hatred for the HCOS doesn't contradict with what we're saying. Like you should be against the HCOS and you should be in support of Jewish people, but you shouldn't be in support of Jewish people committing a genocide. It doesn't, like, that doesn't work. And I think the way Ronnie put it was so good when Ronnie said, like, you're looking at this in stages rather than in a, like, beginning to end format.
And I
And
think a
that's,
Yeah.
lot
and
of he admitted to
yeah,
that. I think a
he admitted
lot
it.
of people, when they look at the Israel-Palestine quote unquote conflict, they look at it in stages because they don't know the full beginning to right now history.
Yeah,
They only know the major stages.
that's the thing. And he said that
Yes.
it was like the major stuff that I see on the news, the intifadas. I see October 7th, and that's true. Like that is what gets put on the news. But there's other stuff that's not getting put on the news.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And normally
exactly.
it's
And
when
then,
it's
oh, go ahead, Ronnie.
Yes, normally it's when the Palestinians strike. That's when it goes on the news because look, the Jews are getting attacked. We got to protect the Jews. But when the Jews are attacking the Palestinians, oh, it's just normal. It's just another day over in the Middle East. But
Yeah,
go ahead.
no, I definitely agree with that because with Western media in particular, brown lives don't matter, and so it's not reported on. But when he said everything is a retaliation for something, I'm glad that Celine probed into that a little bit more because while yes, that statement is technically true, if we go back to the beginning of the thing that set it off, it was the Zionists. It was the Zionists' colonial aspirations and like the ethnic cleansing, and so on and so forth. So even if we go all the way back to the beginning, it's still, I think the Zionists are still the aggressor.
Is anyone here familiar with what is called
yeah, that's
Koget?
exactly it, Kelsey. Kogat. Yeah, that's the Israeli. That's their agency where they, quote unquote, distribute aid, is what they claim sometimes. But yeah.
What, Koget?
Yeah.
COGET, capital letters?
Yeah. I think it's AT, right?
Maybe I'm spelling it wrong. All I know is that's the only organization, sadly enough, it's theirs, that knows how many men, women, and children were in Gaza. At least half of which were under 18. Most people in
Yeah.
there were born and raised in there, didn't know a different way. And it was between 2.1 and 2.3 million people. Said if they're all intense, it's actually way worse. We don't know how many people are gone. We don't know. It could be
Yeah.
680,000. It could be 700,000. Some of
Yeah.
them are like this vacuum BOMBs, thermobaric weaponry. The first time I heard about that was like 2008 from Arne Nussbacher in the UK. And well, there's that, and obviously people would be under rubble. We don't really know. There's no way to
Yeah.
know. The only way to know is that is released and the comparison between who remains.
Well, Concoctor, do you remember when Trump was talking about the conditions in Gaza and how it's become uninhabitable, and we should transfer them all to live inside these little buildings that we're going to build for them? Do you remember that? He said something.
It already was not habitable.
Yeah, but he said it's uninhabitable. People are, nobody could survive there. That's what he said. But he said something that scared a lot of us. He said there's 1.7 million people in Gaza, right?
Yes,
We all
I remember
know.
that, Celine.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
would have given them
So
that number.
yeah, the fact that he said that number was like genuinely terrifying for a lot of us, because it's like before the war began, there was 2.2 million people inside of Gaza. So you're saying over, what is that? I'm bad at math. What is that, like 500,000 people?
2.3 million, so that would have been about 600,000 people.
600,000 people. So 600,000 people were unalived, according to even just Trump, right? So like the fact that he chose to say 1.7 million people, that's what. That yeah, you're right. We don't actually know the numbers. I mean, things haven't settled down. We don't know anything. And Israel doesn't allow any independent organizations to go in there. So everybody's just kind of in a limbo. It's disgusting.
I never
Yeah.
knew until the last time, sorry I interrupted you, the last time I was in your live, you said, this is going way back to 1950s and 60s, before that illegal offensive in 1967, okay, that they would stalk people. They would have curfews. They would like jail, lock up, or beat up on in the middle of the night anybody that is Philistine walking around the West Bank. And then now, I mean, I didn't hear until now that basically this like cheesy, this fancy little spruce colored blue Band-Aid box, Jewish National Fund bullshit people would put the coins in. I knew what that was. You know, I mean, I understood that like on Tennessee was live about a year ago talking about how that they brought evergreen succulent trees and plants in there that weren't supposed to be in there to begin with, and then it came back to haunt them when fires would start, and that they were put over like villages where people were either forced out at the threat of unalivement or unalived under the damn trees in the villages. And then now, as of right now, tonight, you guys are telling me that they're the ones that organization is behind this absentee law. That Armin Morgan said that he has to go back there every year or else they just take the goddamn house and the property.
Yeah.
And then somebody else, about a month after that, is telling me, well, they change it and then they put in Hebrew and they play games and they try to do flim flam crap to try and take the property.
Yeah, that's true. And I wanted to point out this is a practice that they first started doing with the Palestinian Israelis, the ones that stayed inside of quote unquote Israel proper. And this was like they learned how to treat the Palestinians inside the West Bank because they practiced on the Palestinians inside of Israel first. And that's why when people always try to bring up, oh well, the Palestinian Israelis get treated well, 2 million Arabs they get treated well, and it's like, did you forget the first 20 years where they were treated like literal animals, where they were given curfews and they couldn't be out past 9, where they were where their houses were taken from them if they were out of them for more than 3 months, or just weren't inside of it. Like, did we forget all of that? Did we forget about the massacres that you committed on Palestinian quote unquote Israelis when like for example Kfar Qasim massacre, when they were accused of what do you call it, breaking curfew? You just went in and you killed all these people in their homes. They just forget their history of what they did, and then they tell us to get over it.
Don't know it or they deny it, or, I mean, like I said, I was born and raised on Roman Catholicism. All 8 of my great grandparents were Italian. I became Jewish over time, and thankful I was.
Wait, did he cut out?
I thought it was me. I'm like, what the fuck?
I thought it was me as well. But so yes, Celine, he did cut out.
I mean, basically, nothing good could ever come from there.
Anyway, y'all.
Yeah.
I have an early, I have an early morning. I have an early
really
morning.
don't want to ask.
What?
What's up, Concoctor?
You're
cutting out, by the way. Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. You're cutting out. We can't hear a thing.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh, we can't hear. I'm just gonna mute you, just so you know that we can't hear you at all. I'm just gonna mute you because you're cutting out real bad. Okay. What was that, E-Money?
I said I have an early morning, so I'm gonna go. This was actually a dope ass live. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm so happy it's quiet at work. Oh my freaking god!
I know, it was so funny. Yeah, them friends were weird but funny.
Yeah.
Definitely opposites.
Yeah.
I got a hella early morning tomorrow, so
yeah.
I will
Hopefully
see
we can
y'all.
find them again.
Yes. I tried to follow them. I think he followed me though, but we'll see them again. It's so
Yeah.
fun.
Alrighty.
But I'll see y'all tomorrow, y'all.
Good
And
night.
Alright, money,
good
best
night.
live on freaking TikTok.
Love you, girl.
Okay.
Good night, everyone.
Bye, money.
Yalla
Bye, guys.
salam.
Bye, Kelsey, Ronnie, Concoctor, Rando.
See, I'm sending y'all to bed early today. I don't know if y'all gonna go to bed early anyway because of these fireworks. I know everyone that has a cat or a dog is probably shivering in their boots. Crazy. And then I gotta go check on that fire that happened on the Brooklyn Bridge because what the fuck? Good night, Hayati. Yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. See you on the flip side. Guys, we are trying to feed orphans, so please share the link. Please. The link is in my bio, and we're gonna feed these kids. And I'll let you know about the competitions coming up soon as well. Okay, yalla. Good night, y'all.